Hey everybody, my name is Dr. Film, and no, I'm not qualified to be a doctor. Today in this video, we're taking a look at a biographical musical drama centering on one of the most legendary rock stars of all time, Elvis! Before we begin, you should know that this review contains no spoilers, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe so you won't miss any new content. So, without further ado, let's get rock and rollin'. Hit it!
1, 2 party in the county jail. Bell jumping out, Joe began to swing. Just hold the night down, just put sing that rock. Everybody, let's rock.
The characters.
How about we discuss our main superstar of this movie, Elvis Presley, played by Austin Butler. He blew me away with his performance. He did so well portraying Elvis that I keep forgetting that's Austin Butler playing Elvis. You can feel his energy and passion when he goes on stage, and when he's off stage, you would still be invested and relate to him as he becomes a famous rock star over the years. As for the rest of the cast, they did a great job as well. However, I'm not so sure about Tom Parker, played by Tom Hanks. Honestly, he came off as the generic evil manager. I really couldn't take him seriously. But in all fairness, Tom Hanks did a good job making himself so despicable and unlikable. Basically, he's a mixed bag.
Leon Ford, who played Tom Diskin, reported to me that Tom Diskin adored Colonel Tom Parker. He brightened up every room that he walked into. He was a bag of fun, and he even says, no, it's going to be a lot of fun. No, we'll have a lot of fun. What I think that he might have been much more tougher on anybody who was negotiating with him. I think when everybody says, oh, he was such a villain, he's the villain of the piece. Yeah, if you're trying to negotiate with him. Then he's not going to be a convivial kind of guy.
We're all the villain to somebody.
Well, exactly right. There's going to be some matter of conflict there. I mean, I remember there's like kind of like quotes from his, well, that sounds like a fine amount of money, but what are you going to pay my boy?
Musical sequences and editing.
The music sequences were mesmerizing and captivating. Honestly, before watching this movie, I wasn't a big fan of Elvis's music. But now, I wish I had listened to his music years ago. Not to mention when Austin Butler goes on stage, he lights up the stage like fireworks. Don't believe me? Well, take this scene for instance. Of course, these sequences wouldn't be as vibrant and exciting if it weren't for the editing. The editing did so well capturing my attention while also offering unique visuals. However, the stylized editing in this film can be overwhelming at times. Like it doesn't give your eyes a moment to rest. Honestly, looking back at it, it kind of reminds me of another movie that had that same style of editing, but I can't remember what name it was. What was the movie called? It was something with the M. Matilda? Wait, no, that's from last week's review. No. Monster House? No, wait, that's a children's movie. What was it?
Sir, the movie is called Moulin Rouge, released in 2001, and it was directed by Baz Luhrmann, the same man who directed Elvis.
Oh, Moulin Rouge, right. This explains a lot. Man, that film was crazy.
The story.
The story did well, showing us how Elvis was inspired to be a singer, how his music impacted the people and society, and how his journey as the king of rock and roll ended so tragically. Honestly, this movie helped me understand who Elvis was, and how much his music and family meant to him. I can honestly say that this story is the best insight into Elvis Presley's life by far. Although, that doesn't mean this story is perfect. Some issues come to mind, so let me give you the breakdown. First, why have the Colonel as the narrator for this movie? Why have this guy to narrate Elvis's story? How does that even work?
I don't know.
Secondly, the story depicts Elvis's whole life from beginning to end. And I mean everything. Which I don't mind if this biopic was a series. But as a movie, that's gonna come with problems. Specifically, the uneven pacing. Not to mention, the movie felt so longer than it shouldn't have been.
Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So...
Overall, my friends, I surprisingly had a great time with this movie. Baz Luhrmann knows how to deliver a movie beyond our expectations. Even though the film does have issues that didn't sit right with me, I still thought it was an emotional and compelling movie, serving as a cautionary tale to those on the path to fame, and how quickly you can fall if you're not too careful of those around you. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out, and let me know what you think. With all that said, I give Elvis an 8 out of 10. Well guys, that's the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Thank you all so much for watching this review. It really means a lot. And as always, I will see you guys in our next appointment.
I'm evil as can be. I'm evil as can be. So don't mess around with me. Man, you are one pathetic loser.